Virginia's best win has remained beating Clemson. They've smoked Clemson, but this is a Clemson team that was just coming out of a COVID pause. Are we worried about Virginia? You're going to say yes. I assume you're going to say yes, but keep in mind, Virginia did beat North Carolina. So where do we stand on Virginia as a threat to the rest of the country? Do you believe in the Virginia Cavaliers are a good basketball team? They did beat your team. Mm-hmm. Keep that in mind. This team that you're very excited about, the team that you took the ball from me and you said, I'll take that
45 points.
Ball.
Yeah. I believe in this Virginia team to a certain extent. I think that they are going to win the ACC. I think that they are going to
ACC tournament?
No.
They're going to win the ACC.
They're going to win the ACC.
Really?
Yeah.
They're going to beat Florida State?
I think so. I mean, I in my heart of hearts, I just always, like, this year, I'm just like, I'm riding Virginia to win the regular season. And then from there, I don't like them in March. But it's okay. You know, I'm not going to... I would say Virginia has impressed me with the younger guys and the fact that they have more... The fact that Jay Huff is who he is this year is unbelievable. Yeah. So I think Virginia, if anything, they have over-impressed, and they have done more than they were ever expected to be in my mind. So, you know, it's one of those things where I'm not really hung up on the fact that, like, Virginia, are they a fraud? I don't think they're a fraud. I think that they're overachieving.
I think the problem with Virginia is it's always they're either fraud or they're one of the best teams in the country.
Yes.
And there's never an in-between.
Yes.
And sometimes...
I think that
sometimes teams are just good.
A B-plus team.
Yeah, yes. Sometimes teams are just okay.
They are not even close to the 2019. If they played the 2019 version, I think they would lose by 20 points. If that gives you an idea of how good I think they are.
Okay.
And that has nothing to do with, you know, that says more about 2019 than this team. I think this team is a solid team.
Okay.
Solid team.
All right, I'll take that. That seems fair.
Yeah.
I just I'm getting to my word about Virginia slightly, but you know,
I say don't worry. Don't let Duke do this to you.
What else is there? Oh, Texas blew a 19-point second-half lead. We should bring that up. Texas might be done. You want to talk about teams to be worried about? I am very worried about Texas. I am very, very worried about Texas, especially the way they blew it. Like, there's no good way to blow a 19-point second-half lead, but to have your teammates fighting with each other. Credit to Fran Fraschilla, who caught this right away. Courtney Ramey and Andrew Jones. Not only did he, like, catch the fight, like he saw, it wasn't really a fight, but they were jawing. Like, Courtney Ramey had to be held back. It wasn't just like snipping back and forth and then let bygones be by. Like, Courtney Ramey wanted more of them. But it wasn't, Fran didn't just see it. He pointed out, he's like, that was a little word. Because these things happen on basketball teams. A lot of times, sometimes it's like you come together and you play better. You have guys like yelling at each other, trying to hold each other accountable. I guess Ramey was upset that Andrew Jones didn't rotate on defense or something. I forget the play that happened, but it was something about effort or defensive communication or something. And it became a big blow up. And sometimes, like I said, like these things work. But Fran right away was like, that felt different. That one felt different. Yeah. And to his credit, he ended up being right because Texas just completely imploded. They have not been playing well recently as is. Greg Brown was a no-show.
Yeah.
I don't know, man. Are we worried about we could not have been higher on any college basketball team than we were. We were sniffing the Maui Bump, dude. We were taking the Maui Bump.
We had too many Maui Bumps.
We were in the bathroom snorting the Maui Bump.
And it was not good because we kept looking around and we're like, this is the team. They have all the pieces. They got Kai Jones. They got Greg Brown. They got these young athletes. Then they have the guards. They have Ramey. You know, they have Jones. They have Coleman. And, you know, that moment in time felt like the final straw, right, for this season because as Texas tried to get back, you know, they tried to catch up to the season. They tried to get Shaka Smart healthy. They tried to, you know, to make sure that they stayed in Andy Katz's tears as the weeks went on as they tried to fight over the COVID situation. They're not the same team. And in this game, it almost was like a microcosm of the entire season where everything, like we're up. Everything is great.
Yeah.
We're doing great.
Yeah.
Look how great we are.
Yeah.
Like this is our Final Four run. This is Shaka's signature year at Texas. And then, you know, that rotation happens. It seems like a small, minor thing. Turns into a huge thing. We have a fight on the bench. Courtney Ramey and Matt Coleman are crazy in a good way that you and I both like.
I thought it was a good way.
Yeah, but like they're basketball like very, very fixated and very almost, you know, like they're just live. And they're live wired guys. And that moment happening, and then the fact that, okay, so we blow the lead, we get down to the end of the game, and then we have Jack, you know, we go up, Sims goes up for the tip. It could have been a foul. It's a bang-bang play. But they're not going to get that call,
No.
Like there's just it's just not going to happen. Not going to get the call. They wanted Shaka goes crazy, pointing to Greg Brown who got thrown to the ground there. He's pointing at Sims, but him losing it, right? Like that final scene,
right?
It just kind of it said to me like, this is the season, right? It's just turmoil,
Yeah.
and we had it all together. Like everything was buttoned up. Like we were good. We're up by 18. This is it. We're gonna do this. We got all the pieces. Let's wrap this thing up. And it was just a complete snowball. And the fact that Shaka left that game and was so upset and so distraught and was trying to argue with any ref that would listen to him about this final play, it just felt very like I'm just trying to grasp for something that's no longer there.
Right.
And that, to me, is what hurts because this team did have so much potential. And it is a very weird year, and COVID obviously is going. We knew that it would change.
Yeah, we're not saying that there aren't legitimate reasons as to how they got to this point. It's just we're at the point now,
exactly,
and that sucks
and this is a team that like without all these things, who knows how great they could have been.
Yeah,
and that's why watching it happen. That's why that one game. If you haven't watched Texas play all year, like that one game can show you their season.
Yeah,
and that's frustrating.
That's pretty much that's become the microcosm of their season. Is
and
like
Andrew Jones
how
is
talented they are,
yeah.
but also. It just it's unraveling and they kind of can't do anything about it. And they teeter on the line of like when we saw them in Asheville. Part of what makes them so good and why I was so impressed with them was their chemistry. Like those guards, they've been playing together forever. They're all upperclassmen. They were so good defensively. Texas's defense has been horrible lately. It's been like they were one of the best. Like I came out of Asheville thinking this is going to be one of the best defensive teams in the country with how tough they are, how long they Greg Brown can guard anybody, theoretically. Jericho Sims, a shot blocker. Like I don't know. I wanted to believe in Texas. We did believe in Texas. I no longer believe in Texas.
It's not fun. It's not fun because this was supposed to be Shaka's year. This was supposed to be the Maui Bump ride for the Texas Longhorns, and I hope that they can get it back. I would love to see Greg Brown maybe come back next year. I know there's no chance that happens, but I wish I could see this team, I guess. That's what I want to see.
Yeah, I want them all to come back. I want everybody to come back.
Hey there, thanks for watching Titus and Tate. For the full friend of the program experience, subscribe right below and come join us for all things college basketball. The action is heating up. Come join Titus and Tate.